Well, it's very windy today. I've had to bring the microphone. Wind isn't the only problem today. I've been kept awake by this motor mouth for about 48 hours now, so I'm going to wander over and see what it is that's getting him so excited. You hear that? He was going until about 3:30 in the morning, apparently. I was asleep. Uh, Recovering from the last cycle of chemotherapy. The last thing you want is some really annoying person being annoying on a microphone, a megaphone, all night long. Hope you can hear me over all this wind. It really is quite windy today. Sid. Hi, Sid. You all good? Anyway, yes, I was on the internet and I was leaving a few comments for this chap called Austin Powers. Oh no, that's Mini Me. I mean, it's a different Austin. It's Austin Meyer. Who's Austin Meyer, I hear you say? Well, good question. Good question. He's a chap who lives in America and he's got a Tesla. Okay, and he's busy. He's got a YouTube channel and he's busy telling everyone how marvelous his Tesla is. He likes it. It's very good. I'm very pleased for you, Austin, Ozzy. Oh boy. That's what the American dream's all about. You know, you make a few quid and you can afford to buy toys, can't you? And Austin's bought himself a Tesla and he's very pleased with it. He likes it. I'm very pleased for you, Ozzy. I am, genuinely. If you're into Teslas and electric cars, that's great. That's your thing. I'll come back to him in a little while. Wow, it's windy. We very rarely get this much wind in August. It's so windy. I don't even know if it's going to pick this up. But I'm going to wander over to this motor mouth and find out what on earth is going on, because when people have fun, they have fun doing all kinds of things, don't they? Some people are into bouncy castles and you name it, whitewater rafting and boats. I don't know, anything. That's good. That's not a problem. I can't see a problem with it. You know, as long as you're not bothering anybody else, I can't see a problem with that. Anyway, oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. Austin Meyer, he's blocked me on his channel because he's been on there gloating about his Tesla, saying how marvellous it is. It's great. It's this, it's that. And I thought, hang on a minute. I know this guy. I know where I know this guy from. And what on earth is going on over there? Does he need to be that loud? I mean, why can't they just contain the noise to just that area instead of allowing it to travel halfway across the city? Anyway, as some of you know, I'm into Flight Simulator, and I've been into it for quite a few years now. There's lots of different types of flight simulators around these days, and back in the old days there was only one, and that was Microsoft Flight Simulator. And if you were saving up to become a pilot and saving up for lessons and things, you know, quite often people would buy Microsoft Flight Simulator and stick it on their computer, and it was very good for practicing instrument flying for sure, because it got your brain working where it needs to work. But it wasn't really much good for anything else. Graphics were crap. And anyway, things have moved on. We've got VR and things nowadays. And along came Microsoft Flight Simulator, just led the way for years until X-Plane came along. X-Plane was created by Austin Meyer. And it was quite revolutionary. It was very good in its day. It pushed Microsoft Flight Simulator right off the top spot. And I got X-Plane 10, 11. I've even got X-Plane 12. And Microsoft Flight Simulator was aghast at the audacity of this chap taking over as the top, because it was the top simulator in its day, X-Plane. But not anymore. Microsoft came back with a vengeance, and so Austin said, right, we're going to bring out X-Plane 12. So like a mug, I thought to myself, well, I like X-Plane, I'll stick with X-Plane, I'll wait till X-Plane 12 comes out, I'll buy that. It's like $50, something like that. And sure enough, it came out, and it was no better. It was the same as X-Plane 11, really. I'm sure Austin will throw loads of statistics at me and all kinds of stuff, but at the end of the day, it's the customer. The customer likes it or the customer doesn't, and I don't like X-Plane 12. For a start, it doesn't work with my Oculus Quest 2, so I have to stick to X-Plane 11. Anyway, Austin's got his own channel now, and he's harping on about how marvellous his Teslas are. Because he's made loads of money and he's got a Tesla and he loves it. That's great. So I got his attention by saying, I don't like Teslas, they're electric, they burst into flames. Oh, and he went into one. And then I started saying to him, well, when are you going to fix X-Plane 12? Oh, he didn't want to answer any of those questions, for sure. Not at all. Let's find out what's going on here. What is going on here?
Se preparan nuestros atletas, se preparan nuestros cohetes. Empezamos en tan solo 10 segundos. Carlos, preparado, porque esto empieza en tan solo 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Se inician los 10 metros de Hashtag. Se han completado los primeros 5 metros. Juan Antonio Salazar inicia sus 20 pistos. Le sigue Rubén en segunda posición. Y en tercera tenemos a Carlos Soma.
I've seen enough. I'll just try and get out of range of all that noise. And the wind is coming in from the west, so it should be carrying it all the way to Gibraltar, but it's still so loud. Each to their own. You know, I don't begrudge anyone their own fun. They're obviously all having fun doing that, doing whatever it is they're doing, and that's great. I just wish they weren't so noisy. They just turn the noise down a bit. Anyway, getting back to Austin, he's there reveling and gloating about he's got a Tesla. And he comes back at me on the, I'll put a link to it if I can remember. He comes back at me, well, I drive a Tesla, you don't. I think I know more about it than you do. And I think, well, stop doing the sales pitch on the Tesla, Ozzy, because I'm not in the market for a Tesla. First of all, I haven't got enough money to buy one anyway. And if I did have, I wouldn't buy one because I don't want one. I'd probably buy a Grenadier Land Rover. You know, if I wanted to waste that much money on a brand new car. That's be what I'd be doing, for sure. And every time I try to bring the subject back to X-Plane 12 and why doesn't it work with my Oculus Quest 2, blanks me. And I said to him, I've stuck by Explain all these years. I'm sure you're quite happy you've made all your money now, and you've got your Tesla and your private aeroplane and private jet, whatever it is he's got. And now you don't want to answer your questions from your customers. So loads of people have said to me, why don't you just go back to Microsoft Flight Simulator? Which I probably will, actually, because can't get any answers, and I've stuck with Explain long enough. I've even bought Explain 12 and it doesn't seem to work for me anymore. So, and even the main man, Austin, he wants to do a sales pitch for Tesla. I don't know if Elon's sponsoring him or what, I don't know, don't care. Not interested, Ozzy, I don't want a Tesla, okay? And he's going on about how good they are and how great they are, and I said, no, they're not. Electric vehicles have got lots of problems, like with charging, time taken to charge, and having to wait for the wire, And he goes, he's a millionaire. He never waited for a wire ever. He's got a charging station in his garage. I thought, well, it's great. If you're a multi-millionaire and you've got a mansion in Beverly Hills somewhere, or wherever he lives, and you've got your own wire, you just pull up, don't you, and plug it in, and you'll never need to worry about charging your Tesla up, will you? It's not one of the worries that he has. But I like to go places. I like to have more range. How long does it take to fill a Land Rover up with diesel, Not long, 5 minutes. Pay for it and then you're off. Whereas you're waiting for a wire. Even with fast chargers, you could be waiting some time. You could be waiting hours in the queue for that wire, couldn't you? So I don't think electric vehicles are there yet. I really don't. I think they've got a long way to go. And since Ozzy's moved on from Explain, he now wants to start a Tesla dealership. Probably, I don't know. I guess I can't ask him that question, can I? Because he's blocked me now because he can't argue his corner. I said to him, well, I expected you to block me because, people who can't defend their corner, that's what they normally do on their own channel. They go, block, I'm muting you, block, 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 block. And all I wanted to do was ask him when he's going to fix Explain 12 so that it works. So I can plug my Oculus Quest 2 headset into Explain 12 and it'll actually work. But I feel sick when I get off it. Honestly, I do. I put it on and it's so flickery that I feel nauseous, and I don't want that because, as you know, I'm on chemotherapy at the moment as it is, and I feel nauseous at the best of times. So the last thing I want to do is feel VR nausea at the same time. That would be super annoying, wouldn't it? So, lots of my friends who are pilots. I've got loads of ex-Air Force pilots and people like that who are flogging a dead horse with Explain, and they've moved on. They've said, go to DCS or go to Microsoft Flight Simulator, and I think that's what I'm going to do, really. I haven't been posting many flight sim videos recently because the ones I have done, I've just been with myself. I haven't bothered recording them or putting them on the internet, and they're not dramatically popular anyway, unless you've got a massive channel and you're into shooting things down, which I'm not really. I'm just into flying. Explain always appealed because I felt the reality of it was a bit better. Security doors. It's good security in this marina, I must admit. Anyway, so there we are, the ballad of Austin Powers. Oh no, that's Mini-Me. The ballad of Austin Meyer, who's soon to become a Tesla dealer, by the sounds of it, anyway. Or definitely a sales rep for Tesla. I wonder if he's actually mates with Elon Musk. Maybe he is. Or maybe he wants to be, I don't know. I guess I can't even ask him now because he's blocked me. Anyway, I'm almost back to the boat now, so Oh, and Fiona's been watching a thing this morning, Popcorn Planet, and they've got that Karl guy on there, who's his best mates, as you know, with Thomas Markle and Meghan Markle, and they just put him on there, and there's about 4 YouTubers just tore into him and wouldn't let him speak, and I thought, I can't believe they did that. Now, if you want to talk to the guy, let him speak. Don't know if you've watched that, but it didn't come across very well, I don't think. I mean, whether they're right or wrong, you've got to let people speak, formulate your own opinion. There's no point in just slagging someone off and then not allowing them to talk, because that gets you nowhere, does it? Hopefully we'll make another video later. Certainly feeling a lot better today on a Sunday. And I'll feel a lot better when Motormouth packs his bags and goes home. Thanks for watching.